So, hello everyone, or about like three people who are watching us right now. So, one moment. Right, we're in unfamiliar territory because we're not going to be going around somewhere around Thailand today. We're going to be doing a Mount Everest trench run, or something. Um, right. I was about to say which way are you pointing? Pretty close to north. Which is odd. Uh, yeah, yeah, because I know that the canyon we're going to go through is to the east of us, but I'm not sure if we're misoriented somehow. So yeah, we're going to be going through Mount Everest and having a look at whenever I will be able to do this. All like three people of us watching the stream now four. So hello to Michael Marshall and Aviation 34 Owl who had already written in the comments. Uh, it will take a while, like around 10 seconds, for me to actually, for me answering the comments to actually be seen by you. But yeah, actually do try to listen to the comments and answer them. So let's take off and go ahead and check it out. That first segment is going to be a little bit more arduous. Now, the reason why I came here to Page Municipial is because there's a recommendation in Flight Sim forum somewhere that this is where you start your Mount Everest run, and you can actually like go all the way to Cali with this. But I'm not doing that. This plane is not fast enough for me to go to Cali in any reasonable amount of time, I think. Food is up. I need lots of visibility. Let's take a look outside. Okay. That's weird. Oh, yeah, so we're to the north, and we're stalling. We should have, like, gone through another prep round before I came here. In the UFO. Yeah, let's fly around the airport for now. What I'm supposed to see is like a dam. Or is it actually to the west? Let's check that out. Let's check that out. Really should have like done a lot more prep work. Yeah, it's to the west. Come on. Why do you force yourself to U-turn like that? And now you have to descend. Yeah, so start at Page Municipal and go down to the west. I'm going to tune down the engine a little bit. Now, as I said, I usually fly with the mouse because that's what I'm used to. In this fight in particular, though, it might be more effective to actually use the keyboard. Sorry, a joystick, because you need to like have a lot of control over the throttle during this. And I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot by doing this with the mouse instead of with a keyboard. Sorry, instead of with a joystick. But yeah, I did try to practice this with a joystick a while ago. So I'm going to be doing the C172P first because it's kind of easy mode. Hello? And I'm going to be going ahead to the Cessna CitationX, my other favorite plane, and doing the same run. Let's see how that would, because that would be a lot more difficult, I am sure, absolutely sure. Simply because it goes faster and its turning radius is a lot larger. So now we're entering the canyon from down here, which is like a fairly hard area, to be honest. A van from Daniel Scuto. Hey man, oh, yeah, the screen cracked on my phone, so, like usual, and so I didn't read that correctly. Hello, Daniel. So now we're entering the canyon, and now when we level off in the canyon, we do have to speed up a little bit because we don't want to like crash in here. You should put a webcam. Oh, I decided not to put a webcam because that puts a lot more limits on how and where it can film. And yeah, here we go. It's probably not this, but we're going to fly past what is apparently should be a dam. And because there is no dam model here inside FlightGear, the water would just like rise for no reason where the dam would be. So that's kind of the limits of building components just from this. Interesting terrain generation, yeah. I'm not sure if this is still using USGS or whatever, but yeah. And you see the side wall on the left didn't generate so nicely, but the right one is pretty good. This is the Grand Canyon, by the way, in case you didn't notice. Oh my god, this is going to be... Oh my god. 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 Am I going to break a wing? No? Okay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Now that's where we're told that there's probably a dam or something along here, and that's what's causing the water to rise rapidly. Is this FlightGear? Yep. I generally play on FlightGear because, you know, money to buy other stuff. I used to play X-Plane 10 back in the day, but not really now. And if you're asking about MSFS 2020, I'm not sure if there's a like a trial version of that I can try out, and also I might run out of this space if I download that thing. I just downloaded and it doesn't work to load and stuck on the scenery loading screen. Yeah, apparently there's an influx of like problems or either problems or new users on the FlightGear forum. As I told, for problems like this, sometimes I will be able to help because I know what the cause is, but most of the time you will have better luck posting for help on a FlightGear forum or Discord server. L41 marble. Seriously? This early? Am I on the wrong place? Because generally, I did test run this before, and in those runs, the Marble Canyon text didn't appear at all. But yeah, we're actually making our way down Grand Canyon, or some canyon, probably not the one I practiced looking at this now. Yeah, Marble Canyon is pretty far down from there, from Page Municipial. And it only took like 10 minutes. So I'm going to continue down this for a while. Before... should I actually move up to CitationX now? How long have you been streaming? Probably 1 or 2 months. I've only like started streaming because my schedule is getting a lot too busy for me to actually edit videos. So I think streaming would be a nice way to stay connected while reducing my workload a little bit. And as you can see, I'm still busy enough that I actually managed to completely forget that this stream is supposed to happen like 8 hours ago. It definitely saved in comparison to hitting the wall. Same. The thing that I will have to master with the Citation 10 is actually turning fast enough. And also, like, it's possible to like do a fairly... No, that's too sharp. Yeah, it's fast. I sometimes turns a little bit too shallow or a little bit too late in comparison to the walls. Here we go. We have an outlet. I'm not sure if this is like the same canyon to practice with. I remember that it's a lot narrower than this at the end. Yeah, we have that now. You can just follow the floodplain down, I guess. I digress. Whoops, 60 knots. That was way too slow. Love small channels. Yeah. As this is like far from. I think this is far from the biggest FlightGear channel. Although this might be the only ones for like use this sim regularly. So yeah, we're at like 800 something, 858 and growing. It is nice. I'm going to like enter that chamber in the end, and then I'll switch over to the Citation 10 and bring in the joystick, because I definitely need a joystick at that point. No, this isn't the one I practice with. Or ignore mode. Yeah, I think that's the biggest advantage of coming into channels when they are small. I agree with you, Daniel. So, because there isn't a lot of like comments flooding into my channel, I can really take my time to like answer every single one of them, and especially like chat messages too. It is like slow enough to read live. Land on the canyon floor. Okay, in terms of joystick, I have one, by the way. I have one. It's just that I just decided not to use it for now because, for convenience's sake. Did I turn around? I should turn around. Oh shoot, that was way too low. Go up a bit. Now we're at 6. Like lots of flexibility of landing on a canyon floor. Now I'm in a landing trance. FSX Gold Edition. What Gold Edition? You mean the one on Steam? Yeah, I didn't actually have it. You know, one of the reasons why I ended up here on FlightGear is that I'm kind of, and my family has a no game buying policy, and it is pretty strict. So you know, I had to comply. And that's where I end up going a lot into open source software and FlightGear and other things like that. Like Minecraft, the last version of actual Minecraft that I play is like a really old version that doesn't have, you know, the shader magic and a lot of mods yet. At that point I installed and I switched to Minetest, and I had a lot of fun times with that with the Advanced Trains mod. Yeah, let's try finding a nice polygon to land on. Okay, I want to be within this polygon. If I run over this polygon, things are going to be really crazy. And I'm going to run over this polygon. Whoop. Oops. Okay, not too bad, I guess. Woo! Not too bad. Like, do you have a Steam code ready for something? I wonder what you mean by donating it for free, by the way. Right. Yeah. Here we are on the canyon floor. As told. Right, so I'm going to be away from keyboard for a bit while I restart and switch over to Citation 10. And yeah, it's a black screen right now. I use like window mode on my OBS. I got a multiplayer CD for all 3 versions. Yeah, I don't feel like sending out my shipping address to like strangers, so I'll think over it and maybe I'll take that. Oh, that's fast actually.
Need help? Use help tutorials.
Right, I'll be away from keyboard for a bit, and I want to fetch the joystick for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Cessna Citation 10. Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à bord de ce Cessna Citation 10.
Right, coming in. And I'll need some time to set it up. Meanwhile, let's actually read some of the content. I'm concerned about the pilots. Yeah. One unfortunate thing about simulators is that they kind of treat the pilots as expendable aviation pretty full out. So it'll be interesting to see this one fares because you know that I did practice for this stream and I actually managed to do it fine that time with the Cessna C172P, but not with the Citation 10. So I'm really curious on how far I could go with this. Because I would have to be like developing techniques live, and that's probably the fun part of this stream coming up. Woo. So, canyons to the west, we have to turn east, and then circle back around because the Citation 10 is a big boy. Can't read, but yeah, we have to turn right and then circle back to the left. Michael Marshall got to go. Right. Good day. You can always come in and watch the stream archive later for this part. Ooh. Oh yeah, and I also need to make FlightGear recognize the joystick. And park right out. I really need to desensitize the rudder axis. Daniel Skirtu, do you have an Instagram? No.
Rotate.
Here, that flaps out. Limit climbing.
Bank angle.
Lots of pitching.
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Yeah, this is going to be actually pretty hard, and that's why I need the joystick for this one. It's a lot more difficult than the C172P, where you can kind of break your axes down. On this one, you can't. Going south. So for the social media that I do have Twitter at @Parnikapor. And I'm also on and okay, I'm mainly on Mastodon right now. So @Parnikapor for Twitter and @Parnikapor at m.s. You will know what m.s is. I don't want to tell explicitly. For Mastodon. Essentially, yeah, you just go on Twitter. Okay, it's Papa Alpha Romeo N, whatever that was, I forgot. I K Kapore. Yeah, I'm not good enough at the NATO alphabet. I turn on speed. Should I like turn on speed brake for this segment? Right, before we go any further, let's show you something. I have a nasal script down here. I haven't run this yet. I'm going to run it now. That basically makes sure that whenever the plane. Yup, Daniel, you got it right. Okay, I have a script here that basically makes sure that whenever the plane crashes, it unsets the crash flag so that it doesn't just stop on the mountainside like you, and it will just continue through it. You might have seen this script in use briefly in the Mount Everest video. This is the exact same script. I use this to like have a lot of fun with like YASM aircraft like this one. I actually just oversped a bit there, which is bad. So let's change our entry point a little bit because that entry point is becoming hard. And also, I generally don't mention Twitter DMs, so yeah. We're already in Marble Canyon. And yeah, okay, so we're definitely not. Okay, we definitely have to turn back because I remember that there's like another canyon down the line from here on out, and that's the one where I want to enter because it's a lot more nimble at first. Oh yeah, this is the one that I practice with. I remember now. Yeah, this one is a lot more nimble at first. And then it gets more and more aggressive over time, so I really want to like start here in terms of this challenge. I am on social media. I'm just not on the usual ones. And particularly because I don't actually want people to contact me on social media for stuff related to the channel. So yeah, there's that. I'm going way too fast.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
Should I just straight turn on speed brakes?
Bank angle. Bank
It's
angle.
like not descending at all.
Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain. Too low terrain.
Ooh. And now we're entering the canyon.
Low terrain.
See how long we go in here.
Too low terrain.
And as you might have seen, my joystick skills have kind of improved a bit. I have to turn down the gamma factor of the joystick a little bit to make it more controllable. But yeah, it's pretty good now. I'm not sure what that is. It's probably the radio altimeter warning
Too low terrain.
or something like that. This is actually going better than I imagined. As I said, I do think that this would be impossible. Let's rev up the throttle a little bit. Speeds are getting a bit low now.
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Many GPWS callouts. GPWS doesn't like it when you are literally seconds away from plastering on a canyon wall, even though I know what I'm doing here.
1,000. 1,000. Bank.
This is actually getting a lot wider now.
Bank angle.
So I'm just going to continue down this for a while and see if we can get to a new airport, and then let's head out, turn back, and try that segment straight near Page Municipial, because that's actually the most
Angle.
narrow and treacherous segment. Where is the okay? Can't see the Colorado River from here. Sounds like it's time to land. Yeah, before I land, I would actually like to turn back first. This thing is going downhill, huh?
1,000. 1,000.
Right, so let's actually go ahead and take off then. GPWS does not like this pull-out maneuver.
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out and I'm going to insert myself back down there for a sec. Because as I said, I kind of want to... Whoops. Yeah, so I'm going to continue down this area for a little while, and I'm going to drop in just before we go back to that segment in the mountains before Page Municipial. Now that the speed brakes are down, we can descend a little faster
Sink rate. Full up.
and get a sink rate warning. Because even though we have the speed brakes help, it isn't that much help. And we still need to be careful. With our speed and everything. I'm actually going to keep the speed brakes out because it really gives me a lot more throttle range. And also, it might be actually be a good idea to like turn on flaps 1, because also in addition to providing even more drag, that would also reduce the usual speed a little bit, which is going to be of real help in the segment coming above.
Sync rate.
Let's actually stay at this altitude a little bit longer before we enter the channel. Yeah, we're just cruising at half throttle on like 4,000 feet. Hi, Nwage. Nice to see you this late on the stream. The the most exciting part is coming up. Trying to like do the initial canyon segment just before page Municipial in the Citation 10. This is going to be fun. Yeah, so there we go. Flaps 1. Should allow us to reduce our speed a little bit to about 200 knots. Just a hair slower than what I did before. It's time to go to the entry point.
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank
Here we go.
Bank angle.
Hello, speed drops.
Sync rate. Pull up.
Oh, actually a little bit too high.
Pull up. Pull up. Terrain. 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 Too low. Terrain. Bank angle. 1,000. Bank angle.
Whoops, 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 whoops.
Up.
Whew. That was close.
Too low. Terrain.
I really want to see the replay of this. RA is complaining. The radio altimeter is complaining. I'm pulling up the throttle a little bit because we seem to be climbing again. Pulling up the throttle a lot.
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Shit, I hit the control limits.
Too low. Gear. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
There we go. Hey, Municipial! It's the closest airport! Woo! And there's the dam coming up.
Too low. Terrain.
I'm going to continue with this for a while, and then I'm going to circle back around and land a page. How do you think?
Sync rate. Pull up. Pull up.
Oh shit, shit, shit!
Pull up. Pull up. Terrain.
There we go. Okay. That's a failure. Alright. So I'm going to hit a couple of rocks and try to climb up back to altitude. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do that with something a lot better. Control U to the rescue, almost. Yeah, I got our speeds back. Now we have to find page.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Which is like right there. Yeah, it's right there. As long as we get to see the replay. Yes, I always publish replays on my channel page. However, sometimes I will like accidentally set it as unlisted and you won't be able to see it. I did double check for this time that it won't go unlisted though. So yeah, you'll be able to see the replay right from when the stream stops. Where the heck is... There we go. Things are getting turbulent up here somehow. Oh, I accidentally like made some rudder input there. Yeah, let's circle around a little bit because we won't be able to drop down to that altitude in time. Make a couple of S-turns.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
I'm still going to keep the speed brakes in.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
They're just really good for improving control margins.
Bank angle. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Yeah, we might have to go around with this one.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Yep, I might have to go around on this one.
Sync rate. Pull up. Terrain. 1,000. 1,000.
This is how you tell I'm actually flying with the joystick again. Things get really wobbly. So this level of flaps, we have to like really quickly drop the speed down.
Too low. Here.
Yeah, this jet is a lot bigger than I'm used to what I'm used to controlling. I'm on the brakes. Wait, really?
400.
Shoot.
300. Too low.
They're supposed to like arm first and then cut in.
Sync rate. 100. Sync rate. 50. 30. 10.
What if we get the gear? Yep, I pushed the wrong gear button. I should just go back and do things properly now. Woo! And I did forget to put down a gear, but here we are. A Page Municipial after a long trip through the Grand Canyon. And 40 minutes of RIP. Hi, Michael. Yeah, I had to put down a gear. Don't worry, the NoCrash script made it so that we're here fine. Thank God. Right, so now that we're here,
Replay action.
let's take a look at the replay. So let's hit auto start twice because that's what the script asks for. And let's take a look at how we did. At first I actually wanted to come into the canyon abeam to this, but yeah, that didn't happen because we are too high on energy again. Oh, this is when we're just entering the canyon. And we're actually doing pretty well. Replay is going to be a little bit weird. So yeah, you can see from here that we're tracking through the canyon. Occasionally making like really close shades and exiting because sharp turns. Yeah, this is the part where I said it's getting a bit easier. So this is a point where I decided to go over to the Page Municipial area. So I didn't notice it, but right now we're actually still pretty high above. And now I just decided that I have to rapidly go in. And here's my attempt at going into the canyon the fancy way. Like, not a lot of margin there either. And I'm technically actually floating just above the canyon there. Yeah, I would still have hit the wall. And now we safely passed that, but the other side might not be so sure. I should have quite a bit of margin there. I had to like pull into the turn a lot to actually make it comfortably. See how far we cut this one. Fairly far. We actually cut that one really close. And that's where we call it that we're passing the dam. This is the one that actually killed me. And because I was holding left rudder a bit, I sank a lot. Also, no lift. And even with that, hit the ground. Yeah, that's a magic of NoCrash. You always get to like hit fun stuff and live. Like that. So that's the point where I was pressing Control U to try to get out, and the plane was spinning like crazy because it's stalling. And here we go at the approach to Page Municipial, where I forgot to turn down the gear. So, that will be it for this live stream, guys. We went through Grand Canyon in both the Cessna C172P and the Citation 10, both of which are fairly successful, indeed. So, I'm going to do something that's pretty unique to this, and that's open the cabin door and let our executives off, who just went through a hairy ride involving like 2 deaths because the plane went through the ground and got resurrected by magic. And I'm going to turn off the engines. So thanks for watching DorDek Kiddy, everyone, and I'll see you again next week. Sorry, in the next 2 weeks, and hopefully this one will be a lot more reliable, and I might even get to make a normal video again. We'll see. Right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Have a nice flight.